So yes, an incredible thing has happened, ladies and gentlemen. India has launched a spacecraft to the South Pole of the Moon for $75 million. That, by the way, is less than it cost to film the movie Interstellar. Think of that. We're launching things now to the moon for less than it costs to make a Hollywood bloody film. That kind of really does something, doesn't it, for all these sorts of people who, like used to say that the moon landings are faked and all this sort of thing. Like, well, what do you think now then? It's actually cheaper to launch things to the moon than it is to make movies about space. Surely there couldn't be any conspiracy theories about like moon landings after this. Like, what are they going to say? Like, have the Indian government faked it as well about the moon? Have they faked Chandrayaan-3? Did they fake building a rocket and like launching it into space? Why fake launching a rocket into space? From what I know about launching rockets into space, which is something at this point, it's like not inconsiderable what I know about launching rockets. Like the technical challenge of launching anything at all into space is very difficult. It is. It's very hard to launch anything at all into space. We rely on space daily for things such as the internet and our mobile phones and whatnot, and GPS and all this sort of thing. And we have gotten things into. Why is it such a stretch of the imagination that we got something to the moon and that we got people to the moon? Why is that so hard to believe? It's never like space in general has been faked, is it? It's always that the moon landings in particular were faked. But I'm digressing a little bit. I think what we're on the cusp of seeing, and what we're already seeing, let's face it a little bit, is a great revolution in space exploration, a great revolution in the way in which we think about space, the way in which we're conceiving it as a possibility, and I think it's just becoming a great deal more possible now, and that thinking about getting out into space is seeming a great deal more possible, but it's seeming a hell of a lot cheaper. And it costs about $67 million, I think, to launch a single Falcon 9 into space. And that's an amazing achievement from Elon Musk and SpaceX to bring the cost of space exploration down to those sorts of numbers. And, this is. And Elon Musk also built Starship, this huge new rocket, this incredible machine, the largest rocket that's ever been built by a private citizen with a private company for $3 billion. That sounds like a hell of a lot of money, doesn't it? But consider the fact that NASA's new moon rocket, the Space Launch System, the SLS, built by Boeing and Northrop Grumman and whoever else, that cost $27 billion. The project, it's just like such a different sort of, it's a paradigm shift. That's what we're undergoing at the moment. That's what we're witnessing. I think Falcon 9, that's the beginning of the paradigm shift. The first successful Falcon 9 launches with SpaceX. Then, like, now we're getting into the more dramatic elements of the paradigm shift. We're seeing India launch a very inexpensive mission to the moon for $75 million. Whereas in the 1960s with Neil Armstrong and everyone else, that cost, I think, $50 billion US to get the moon landings done. It's hugely expensive. But yeah, 75 million, like, that's not a lot of money. Not at all, not for space. This is something that I don't see there's any signs of this slowing down. I can't see any signs of this trend slowing down. So this is absolutely what I now want to contribute to, I think. And as I've said before, like, I'm just working on a farm at the moment to build up some personal survival money, and then I'll be trying to build rockets. I'll be trying to build rockets out of plastic using 3D printed components, I think. Plastic and carbon ceramics, or plastic and ceramics. I wonder if I can build a ceramic turbo pump. Does that work as an idea? Turbo pump that's ceramic. Could it take the pressure? That's the big thing. It could clearly take the temperature. Now I'm rambling, digress. I mustn't do this in videos. I probably shouldn't do YouTube videos at all. I just enjoy them. I enjoy at least feeling like I've got people to talk to in my lonely rural life. life. But yeah, no, this is an astounding thing that India's managed to achieve. Amazing, wonderful. I've conceived this as the third Laval Stream project as well, but I wasn't really thinking about whether or not it could actually be possible to do this, like launching myself to the moon. I just thought, nah, forget that totally. But now I'm thinking a little bit more like, $75 million, eh? And that's India. They're capable of doing that. Maybe I could. If I could launch myself into space, maybe I could launch myself to the moon. And I was thinking maybe I could go there with a solar sailor and try and test that technology more in space. But then I think like this is mad fantasy. I'll never get to do that. It's just the knee-jerk kind of response. But then I'm thinking the only way I'll be able to get to do that is if I spend the next decade or so trying to do that. Then I might have a shot at it. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to make it my side project until it becomes my main project. Try to launch myself into space, try to launch my ass. So if you are a fan of launching my ass, please like, share and subscribe these videos. Please subscribe. Don't subscribe to the video, you can't do that. Subscribe to my channel. Yes, please. Thank you, I love you lots, bye.